Hi everyone, happy Thursday. We are continuing with our insect week this week. So let's see, Monday we talked about how we can tell something is an insect. So it'll have three things or a couple more things, but at least three things. It has to have a head, a thorax, and an abdomen. It has to have an exoskeleton, which means it doesn't have bones. It has a hard shell on the outside of its body. It has to have 6 legs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, antennae on its head, and some insects have wings. Not all, but some. Today, we are actually going to talk about the insect, the ant, one of the smallest insects you can find. So, here are some insects. We'll review the grasshopper, the ant, the housefly, bumblebee, mosquito, butterfly, moth, dragonfly, and ladybug. And some of these on here we've already talked about. We've talked about the ladybug. We've talked about the bumblebee. We've talked about the butterfly and the moth. And now we're going to talk about the ant. But before we do that, let's do our calendar and our days of the week and the weather. And then we'll get into about ants. And then we'll have a story to read. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, 12 months of the year. September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. It's the month of May. The season is fall, winter, spring. The season is spring, and we'll do our days of the week. 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 There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week. 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 Alrighty, so today is the Thursday. Tomorrow, that means tomorrow's Shabbat. So what's tomorrow? Friday. Tomorrow's Friday. The year here is 2020. The year in Israel is 5780. Today is going to be another partly cloudy day. So some sun, some clouds. And the season is spring. Alrighty, and now we're going to do our counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Today is Thursday, May 14th. So it's the 14th day of May. Alrighty, so today we're going to talk about ants. And what are ants? Ants are an insect, just like we said. They have a body, so they have a head, a thorax, and an abdomen, 6 legs, and 2 antennae on top of their head. What are they good for? Ants are good for tunneling in the ground. Ants make anthills, and they dig through the ground, just like another bug that we're going to talk about next week. They aerate the soil. And next week we're going to talk about worms. But guess who else does it? The ants. And that's great for the soil because it tunnels. They make tunnels in the soil. And aerate means it allows the soil to get lots of air and water and sun, so it makes the flowers and the plants grow really beautiful. So ants are wonderful for your flower gardens or your vegetable gardens or for the farmers or for around your trees. It helps everything grow really well. So ants do a great job with doing that. So how many types of species or how many kinds of ants are there? Did you know there are 12,000 different types of ants in the whole world? I didn't know that. That's crazy. Some ants stay very small, but ants live in colonies. That means there's a lot of different families that live together of ants. So they live in big colonies, and they can build big, huge anthills. And if you walk around and you see these pile of dirts in your yard and they have little holes in the top, those are more likely anthills, and ants live in them. Ants live in colonies. That means a lot of ants live together. But big ants like these, now these are all helper ants. And just like in the bumblebee colony, there's the queen bee, which is really big, and the little helper bees, the worker bees. That's what these are. These are the worker ants, and these two are the queen ants. So they're really, really big. And then all the little guys are the helper ants. So there's queen ants, and then there's the helper ants. So, how do ants get food? Well, ants do not have a nose. They don't have any noses on the front of their bodies. So they just go out, walk around, and bump into food by accident. So they can't smell the food. They just walk around until they find it. So if you leave your banana laying around, or if you leave a potato chip, or if you're having a picnic and you're eating your sandwich, ants just happen to come upon it by accident. They can't smell your food, so they just happen to walk by and walk on your food and realize, uh-oh, there's food here. So then they go back to their ant colony and tell all the other ants where the food is. And then they can all follow that ant back. That ant will lead them back to the food. So they all follow that ant back to the food. How do ants get around? Do ants fly? No, ants don't have wings. Do ants hop? No, they don't have hopping legs like grasshoppers or crickets. Ants crawl. They're one of the bugs that crawl. So there's 3 ways that bugs can get around. They can crawl, they can hop, or they can fly. And these are definitely crawlers. So ants crawl around. That's how ants get around. So today, because it's going to be a partly cloudy day, and it might be nice enough to go outside, try to go outside today and look in your yard and try to find ant hills. Try to see if you can find any ant hills sitting around and see if you can see any little creepy crawly ants around. I've already found some outside when I've looked. So to end our circle time, we're going to read a story called I Can't, Said the Ant. And this is a rhyming book, so you have to listen to all the rhymes because it's really cool how everything rhymes together. I can't, said the ant. I was taking a walk when I heard a loud clatter. I rushed into the kitchen to see what was the matter. There on the floor with the tea pouring out was a cracked teapot with a broken spout. Good heavens, what happened, my poor Miss Teapot? She rolled over and murmured, the tea was too hot. What's all the clatter? Asked the platter. The teapot fell, said the dinner bell. Teapot broke, said the artichoke. She went kerplop, said the mop. Is she dead, said the bread. Just a break, said the steak. Broke her spout, said the trout. A fine fettle, said the kettle. Alas, said the glass. What a life, said the knife. So the teapot fell on the floor, and there's the little ant. Came to find it. And all the things in the kitchen were talking about what happened to the tea kettle. Push her up, said the cup. I can't, said the ant. You can, said the pan. You must, said the crust. Please try, said the pie. But the ant is so small. I don't know if he can do it. Do you think he can do it? Do you think he can put her back on the tea on the hot stove? I don't know. That's the way, said the tray. That's good, said the wood. Higher, said the fire. It's a breeze, said the cheese. You've gone far, said the jar. Look, there he is. He's still trying. Maybe he'll get some of his ant friends to come help. I rested her gently back on the floor. Fear not, Miss Teapot, I'll be back with more. I gathered my friends and I told them the trouble. We spread the word and came back on the double. There was an army of ants and a spider or two. We quickly made plans on just what to do. So there's the ants, all the ants in a row. He brought his friends. Now there's spiders there to help too. Just to let you know, spiders aren't insects. They're called arachnids because they have 8 legs, not 6. How bleak, said the leek. She'll die, said the fly. She will not, said the pot. Don't be dumb, said the crumb. Stay cool, said the stool. They'll fix her, said the mixer. We haven't lost yet, said the omelet. Give them time, said the lime. There's still hope, said the soap. They'll mend her, said the blender. Now there was a fly on this page. A fly is definitely an insect. The spider spun a splendid web and wrapped it around her spout, making it certain it was tight so the tea would not trickle out. So the spiders are helping her with the teapot. Will you look at that, said the cat. My word, said the bird. Aren't they nimble, said the thimble. Aren't they smart, said the tart. Rather rare, said the pear. Superb, said the herb. Keen, said the bean. Neat, said the beet. Dandy, said the candy. Supreme, said the cream. So lots of rhyming. From her spout to her handle, they spun a strong string, and when they were finished, her spout had a sling. So they're still working on her. That's the ticket, said the cricket. Gee, said the pea. I agree, said the tea. What a show, said the dough. Good cheer, said the root beer. She'll be all right, said the light. Take my advice, said the rice. She'll heal, said the peel. She's as good as stews. She's good as new, said the stew. What a blessing, said the dressing. So all these fruits and vegetables and food have something to say. Miss Teapot's spout was nicely mended, but we knew our job had not quite ended. How to get her back up on the sink, to figure that out, we all had to think. The spiders began to spin and spin. They spun up, over, and around and in. So there's all the ants, and the spiders are helping out too. Get her up to the top, said the chop. Some trick, said the candlestick. Some climb, said the time. Give them room, said the broom. Keep alert, said the dessert. So they're all working. They're working on getting her back up. Cooperate, said the plate. Form a battalion, said the scallion. Pull hard, said the lard. Give a tug, said the bug. Don't rock, said the clock. So on the other page, there was a bug too. And we forgot to mention it. It was the cricket. And it's a hopping bug. And it's definitely an insect. And on this page, there's a bug. And it looks just like a ladybug. Don't break her, said the shaker. Don't choke her, said the poker. She'll crash, said the trash. I can't look, said the book. I can't bear it, said the carrot. But she's not going to crash. She's going to be all right. Head her east, said the yeast. A close scrape, said the grape. What power, said the flour. We've won, said the bun. What a relief, said the beef. So they're all excited that she got back up on the sink. Thank you, said Miss Teapot. You've been so good to me. Polly put the kettle on. We'll all have tea. The end. So ants are really strong. Did you know that ants can carry something 5 or 10 times its size? They're enormously strong. So if they all get together, they can carry really heavy stuff. But even one little ant can carry something heavier than itself. Isn't that crazy? If you ever watched an ant, you can see him climb across with a bug or a piece of food or something that's bigger than he is. Ants are just so amazing. All right, friends. Well, guess what? I'll see you for Zoom tomorrow on Friday, and it'll be Shabbat, and we'll review everything we've learned about insects. It was great talking to you about ants today. Bye. Have a great day.